We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. You got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Third and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run it here. This is D'Onta Foreman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Keion Crossen. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Giants will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. But there
breaks the tackle, now Allen. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Robinson's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Open man, he's got him. It's Toney for a giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Bridgewater. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And unfortunately, in 2020, in the season opener, Courtland Sutton tore his ACL. But remember, over 1,100 yards in 2019, his future is still awfully bright.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. And we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers. No act.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Albert O, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, Foreman, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing, Jones. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, flush to his right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 28. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jalen Waddle, 43 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jalen Waddle making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. Going up top. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 64 yards. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gano the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Jones going to get this out wide to Tony. Gets past one man. Again the juke. And now the rookie's free. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Off the play fake, Jones. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jalen Waddle now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for the Giants. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that.
Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And some space here. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Off play action. Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay. And it'll be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own 17. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman. That's
correct. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On the ground, this is Williams. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They give it to Williams, running right. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll run on first down. Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball.
Touchdown! Cortland Sutton from 4 yards out. And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Broncos 56, Giants 21.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And they're not able to hook look up there, incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They go play action here on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. It's complete to Robinson. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy.
And now here is another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl when you have 4 in one game. I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. What a difference a year makes so far, at least. These guys last place in their division a year ago. Looking like they're going to move to 1-0 right now.
Not really unusual in the NFL, though, is it? Because we always talk about every year, 8-8 is kind of the baseline for everyone, plus or minus. And we've seen many teams go from worst to first. I know it's 1 week, but still, they're starting to think to themselves, we've got a chance this season.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll get, and it'll bring up fourth down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Watch 18.
Bridgewater here to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles...